Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the first episode of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Today we will travel back in time for a truly special day, 50 days before the birth of the Prophet. It was a morning like no other. The people of Mecca woke up to strange, loud noises. Everyone was asking, "What's happening?" They rushed out of their homes and they saw something shocking. A massive army marching toward Mecca. At the front of this army was a leader named Abraha. But what shocked the people even more was that he had brought a huge elephant with him. The people of Mecca were confused. Why is this army coming here? Why do they have an elephant? They asked Abraha, "Why have you came to Mecca?" Abraha raised his voice and declared, "We are here to destroy this Kaaba." The people of Mecca were terrified. Abraha and his army began moving towards the Kaaba with the huge elephant leading the march. But then something amazing happened. Just as the elephant got close to the Kaaba, it suddenly stopped. It refused to take even one more step forward. No matter how hard the soldiers pushed, pulled, or even beat it, the elephant refused to move. It just sat down and stayed there. And then the sky filled with birds, thousands of birds, flying high above. But these weren't ordinary birds. They each carried small stones in their claws and beaks. The birds began dropping the stones on Abraha's army. Every time a stone hit a soldier, he fell to the ground. In just moments, the huge army that came to destroy the Kaaba was completely defeated. The people of Mecca were no longer afraid. Their hearts filled with relief and faith, for they know that Allah Himself had protected His sacred house, the Kaaba. Days passed and Mecca returned to peace. Then, 50 days after this incredible event, something even more wonderful happened. The birth of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The entire world felt the blessings of this special day. Even in a faraway land called Persia, strange things were happening. The great Persian king, called Kisra, noticed something unusual. Suddenly, an earthquake shook the great Persian palace of Kisra, causing 13 parts of the palace to collapse. But that wasn't all. In Persia, there was a huge sacred fire that had been burning for hundreds of years, a fire that people worshipped. But on the night the Prophet was born, the Persian fire suddenly extinguished. And in a lake called Seerah, which was vast enough for ships to sail through, the entire lake dried up. King Kisra was terrified. "What's happening?" he shouted. "This is not an ordinary night." In a panic, he called for his magicians and fortune tellers. They gathered in his palace, whispering among themselves, too afraid to speak. Finally, one of them stepped forward with a trembling voice. He began to tell Kisra something very, very important. But what did he say? Are you eager to know? Find out in the next episode. Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
صلوا عليه أفضل صلاة، صلوا يزيد الشوق صلة لحبيبي بيرد السلام، والمولى بيزيد الصلاة. صلوا عليه أفضل صلاة، صلوا يزيد الشوق صلة لحبيبي بيرد السلام، والمولى بيزيد الصلاة.